walk through streets that never end, where faces blur and break and bend. Each passing glance a cruel surprise, your shape reflected in their eyes. A stranger turns, I lose my breath. It's you again, or what is left. But every time I reach too near, you disappear. I know it's just the city's game. Still I keep calling out your name. It's a city full of strangers who look like you. In every shadow, every view, I chase a ghost I can't define, that isn't yours but feels like mine. Every corner, every light steals your outline for the night, and I get lost in what I knew. In a city full of strangers who look like you. The cafe glass, the crowded train keeps playing your face again. 1,000 versions pass me by, none of them reply. I try to leave, I try to stay, but either way you slip away into reflections I can't hold, or stories never told. Even distance feels too small when I see you in them all. It's a city full of strangers who look like you. In every echo passing through, I swear I hear your voice sometimes between the city's lines. But every time I turn around, there's only footsteps, only sound of someone I can't undo. In a city full of strangers who look like you. Maybe I never learned to see where you end and memory starts to dress the world in pain over and over again. It's a city full of strangers who look like you. And I don't know what's real or true. I lose you every single day in faces that look your way. And though I know it can't be so, I still refuse to let you go. So I keep chasing something new. In a city full of strangers who look like you. And when the night forgets my name, you look at me the same. The backyard gate still trembles when the evening wind comes through, like it remembers every promise I once planted there with you. The roses died in silence, vines climbed over every stone. Now the garden looks the way my heart did after you were gone. There's a watering can rusting beside the cracked cement. Funny how neglect can bloom into something permanent. I used to think love needed sunlight, now I know it needs repair. and we left too many wounds untouched, till nothing living stayed there. In a garden overgrown with regret, I walked through all the words we never said. Every weed wraps round my ankles like the ghosts inside my head. And the flowers we once dreamed of disappear beneath the wild. Now everything we built together looks abandoned from the inside. In a garden overgrown with regret, I still search for what we left. The fence is leaning sideways, like it finally gave up too, and the ivy climbs the windows where I used to wait for you. There's a dead bird near the roses, half hidden in the grass, a quiet little reminder nothing beautiful quite lasts. I hear thunder in the distance, and the sky begins to bruise. Some storms arrive so slowly you mistake them for the truth. And every path we used to walk has vanished underneath. All the things we never healed still grow wild beneath our feet. In a garden overgrown with regret, I walk through all the words we never said. Every weed wraps round my ankles like the ghosts inside my head. And the flowers we once dreamed of disappear beneath the wild. Now everything we built together looks abandoned from the inside. In a garden overgrown with regret, I still search for what we left. Maybe love is just a season, too delicate to keep. Maybe we were both too wounded to protect what we could be. Now the earth has swallowed footsteps where we danced in younger years, and all that's left alive out here are roots fed by my tears. In a garden overgrown with regret, the moonlight falls on everything we read. And I swear beneath the branches I still hear your faint silhouette. But the wind just moves the dead leaves through the ruins of July, while I wander through the wreckage of a love that slowly died. In a garden overgrown with regret, I became what I neglected. The gate swings open softly to nobody at all. The city dims but never sleeps. It hums through all the empty streets. Streetlights flicker like they know I'm nowhere I can call my own. Each step I take stretches time, like midnight learned to change its mind. The air feels heavy, soft and thin, like something I've been living in. The night is short, but I don't feel it end. It keeps beginning again. It's a long walk through a short night, where every shadow feels dead right. I carry silence in my hands that no one understands. The world moves faster than my heart, but I'm still standing where you are, lost between what's wrong and right, on a long walk through a short night. Past the places we once knew, still glowing faintly of you. But every corner turns away before I get to stay. The wind repeats your quiet name, like it remembers all the same. And I pretend I don't hear what only emptiness makes clear. Even time forgets to go when I move too slow. It's a long walk through a short night, where every memory feels too tight, wrapped around my tired chest, refusing to rest. The sky keeps shifting overhead, but I'm still walking where we said goodbye without a final fight, in a long walk through a short night. Maybe distance isn't space, but how long it takes to face that some things never come around, they just echo in the ground. It's a long walk through a short night, carrying what used to feel right. Every step a quiet plea for something lost in me. And though the morning's almost here, it never feels like I am near to anything that feels alright, on a long walk through a short night. And when the dawn begins to break, I'm still walking for your sake. I caught my reflection crying in the microwave at night, a warped and flickering version of somebody I don't recognize. The apartment smells like old coffee and rain soaked through the screen, like sadness found a permanent address somewhere inside me. Your books still line the shelves here, but I don't touch a thing, 'cause memories turn dangerous when loneliness begins to sing. And every day feels quieter than the one that came before, like pieces of who I used to be keep slipping through the floor. I'm becoming a stranger to myself, a ghost inside my skin, forgetting how I used to laugh before the silence settled And every mirror in this house looks at me like someone new. A tired soul with your absence woven into everything I do. I'm becoming a stranger to myself since losing you. The television flickers softly, but the voices blur like rain. I've gotten good at disappearing without physically leaving. I wear the same gray sweater 3 nights in a row, 'cause healing takes more energy than broken people know. Outside, the city keeps moving like nothing ever changed. Meanwhile, I'm stuck replaying the sound of your name. And sometimes I can almost feel the person I once was standing somewhere far behind me, too distant now to touch. I'm becoming a stranger to myself, a ghost inside my skin, forgetting how I used to laugh before the silence settled in. And every mirror in this house looks at me like someone new. A tired soul with your absence woven into everything I do. I'm becoming a stranger to myself since losing you. Maybe heartbreak slowly steals the smallest parts first. The way you hold a conversation, the way your eyes once worked. Maybe grief rewrites a person quietly over time, till one day they wake up missing from their own life. Still becoming a stranger to myself as morning leaks beneath the blinds, and pale blue light reveals the wreckage in my tired eyes. But somewhere underneath the damage, a faint familiar pulse survives. Like maybe who I was before this didn't completely die. Though I'm becoming a stranger to myself, I'm still trying to survive. The mirror stares back silently, and neither of us speaks. The movie ended hours ago, but I'm still sitting in the dark, watching dust drift through the projector light like fragments of my heart. Your jacket used to brush against me in these worn-out theater seats. Now there's only empty armrests and the echo of your breathing. The screen glows pale and colorless, like a memory losing shape. And every line we used to quote feels heavier today. Some endings don't arrive dramatically, they just dim without a sound, till one person quietly disappears before the lights come up around them. You left before the credits roll, before the story reached its end, and now I'm sitting through the silence, trying to understand why the best parts disappear before we're ready to let go. Like love was just a scene too fragile to survive the final show. You left before the credits roll and took the ending with you. The popcorn on the carpet has gone stale beside my feet. Funny how abandoned places still remember what they've seen. Outside, the city soaked in rain, neon bleeding through the streets, while I replay every moment like alternate realities. I still hear you laughing softly at jokes nobody else would get. Now your voice survives in echoes and unfinished silhouettes, and every fading memory feels grainier with time, like an old film slowly burning at the edges of my mind. You left before the credits roll, before the story reached its end, and now I'm sitting through the silence, trying to understand why the best parts disappear before we're ready to let go. Like love was just a scene too fragile to survive the final show. You left before the credits roll and took the ending with you. Maybe some people are temporary, no matter how deeply they stay, like songs that stop mid-sentence, or sunsets swallowed by gray. Maybe closure is a luxury. Not every heart receives. Sometimes all you get is darkness, and an empty seat beside you. Still you left before the credits roll, but I remain here in the blue, watching the flicker of old memories fade frame by frame of you. And though the theater's nearly empty and the lights begin to glow, part of me still waits for footsteps returning through the rows that you left before the credits roll. Long before I could let you go, the screen goes black, the silence applauds softly. It doesn't knock, it doesn't leave, settles in my every breath I breathe. It turns the lights on when I sleep and keeps the past too close to keep. It rearranges what I hide, then sits right there inside my mind, drinking silence like it's wine, and never asks if I'm fine. I tried to move, I tried to run, but memory said we're not done. Memory is a cruel roommate, never pays but always stays. It's fixing voices I can't mute, wearing everything I lose. It eats the calm I try to grow, and leaves the rooms I used to know. It never learns to let me be. It lives too easily in me. It wears your laugh like stolen clothes, walks through doors it always knows. It plays our days on repeat, then disappears beneath my feet. It leaves your ghost on every wall, answers when I try to call, but every answer cuts me deep when I'm trying to sleep. No evictions, no goodbye, just in and out. Memory is a cruel roommate, turning every hope to wait. It sits beside me in the dark and rewrites every spark. It knows exactly where I break and never gives more than it takes. I'm not alone, but still I see it living here with with me. If I forget, would it fade too? I'll find another way through. Maybe healing isn't clean when memory refuses to leave. Memory is a cruel roommate, quiet, patient, never late. It keeps the past inside my skin and never lets me win. But I still wake up every day and learn to let it stay. 'Cause even pain I can't erase still knows my place. And when the night forgets the light, it's still here, just out of sight. The bedroom walls are paper thin, but nobody hears a thing. I learned how to break quietly somewhere around 17. The sheets are tangled at my feet like thoughts I can't escape. And the moonlight through the curtains feels too cold against my face. Your side of the mattress sinks less now. The shape of you is gone. Funny how absence slowly teaches a body to move on. But every night the silence gathers, heavy as concrete air. And all the things I never said still claw beneath my chest. So I'm screaming into a pillow, trying not to wake the world, holding every shattered feeling inside my shaking lungs. 'Cause pain sounds ugly out loud than people like to admit. And I'm tired of pretending I'm not drowning in this. So I bury every broken sound inside these cotton walls, screaming into a pillow. 'Cause nobody comes when I call. The bathroom mirror caught me crying at 4 a.m. again. Eyes red like warning lights for roads that never end. I tried writing you a message, then deleted every line. How do you explain to someone they took the better half of your life? Outside, the city keeps breathing, cars blurred beneath the rain. Meanwhile, I'm collapsing quietly in exactly the same place. And every little memory still cuts beneath the skin. Turns out heartbreak doesn't kill you, it just keeps you living in it. So I'm screaming into a pillow, trying not to wake the world, holding every shattered feeling inside my shaking lungs. 'Cause pain sounds uglier out loud than people like to admit. And I'm tired of pretending I'm not drowning in love. So I bury every broken Maybe loneliness is volume turned all the way inside, a storm no one else notices, tearing through your mind. Maybe everyone's just hiding their own unbearable noise, learning how to suffer softly without a human voice. Fine, I'm screaming into a pillow till my throat gives out at dawn, while pale blue light creeps through the blinds like another day moving on. And somewhere in the quiet afterward, I hear my heart beat slow, proof that even broken people still survive somehow, though it feels like dying slowly in a room nobody sees, screaming into a pillow, begging silence not to leave. The tears dry first, the ache stays longer. I still hear your footsteps in the hallway after dark, like a ghost that knows my name, tracing circles through my heart. The dust hangs from the ceiling like words we never said, and every room keeps breathing, though the love inside is dead. I tried to leave, but every road turns back to you, and every memory feels sharper than the truth. These staircases leading nowhere keep pulling me upstairs to empty lights and broken silence and shadows in the air. I climb hoping you'll be waiting, like before you disappeared. But all I find are colder echoes in the shape of all my fears. These staircases leading nowhere still end with you, not here. The windows where the rain now, like tears they learn from me, and every midnight hour turns your absence into sea. I sleep beside the static of the last call on my phone, listening for your breathing inside a dial tone. I hold the ache like it's the only thing that stays, and every dawn just steals beneath my feet. And I keep climbing through the darkness for a heart I'll never reach. These staircases leading nowhere still rise inside my mind. An endless tower made of memories I can't leave behind. And somewhere in the distance, your voice faintly, while I keep chasing fading footsteps through abandoned sand lies. These staircases leading nowhere are all that brought me here. One more step, one more floor, one more dream behind a locked door. I climb the stairs tonight alone, past creaking wood and peeling paint. Dust stands slowly through the dark, like memories too old to name. Cardboard boxes line the walls, filled with years we let dissolve. Photographs and broken frames, still holding on to your name. Every shadow here still breathes with pieces of what used to be. In the attic of forgotten things, breathe the ghosts of broken dreams. Old love letters fading close, and every word we never chose. The silence hangs like spider webs across the corners of my head. And every night the sorrow sings in the attic of forgotten stains. Your winter coat still smells like rain, like distant echoes of our pain. And every record left behind stretches softly through my mind. The moonlight slips between the beams, like pale reminders of what leaves. And every object that I touch feels heavy now without your love. Time buried up in the attic of forgotten things. Loneliness grows invisible wings. Every dusty shelf I see holds another part of me. Your laughter drifts through hollow air like a prayer no longer there, and my heart keeps wandering through the attic of forgotten things. If I burn this place tonight, would the smoke erase the nights we spent building fragile dreams that time unraveled at the seams? Still the attic of forgotten things calls my name when midnight sings. The roof groans low beneath the storm, like grief trying to keep me warm. And though the years keep passing by, nothing here has truly died, because love leaves permanent stains in the attic of forgotten things. Dust settles slow, the floorboards sigh, and your memory stays upstairs. Winter came without a sound. Frost crept slowly through this town. The windows shook beneath the storm, but your goodbye was colder still. I sit alone beside the fire, watching dying sparks expire, and every ember fades away, like the warmth you used to bring. The wind keeps crawling through my skin, like the loneliness settling in. There's a cold front in my bones since the night you left me alone. Every breath feels sharp as glass, every memory freezes fast. I keep reaching for your touch, but the ice has covered us. Now I wander through the snow with this cold front in my bones. The streets are buried under white like forgotten dreams at night, and every footprint disappears before it leads you back here. Your sweater hangs beside the door, but it can't warm me anymore. The silence spreads from room to room, like December inside a tomb. The stars look distant, pale and weak, like promises too tired to speak. There's a cold thought in my bones, turning my heart to stone. Every word we left unsaid still echoes frozen in my head. And though the seasons try to change, this ache remains the same, like a storm that never goes. This cold thought in my bones. If spring arrives without your name, will the flowers bloom in vain? Or will the earth remember too the endless winter left by you? Still there's a cold front in my bones, a lonely chill that calls my soul. The fire's dying in mine, and I'm losing what's left of life. But even as the darkness grows and the final north wind blows, I still feel the ghost you left below, like a cold front in my bones. The snow falls slow, the fire burns out, and I'm still freezing without you. It starts the same at closing time, a phantom sound that isn't mine, metal turning in the air, like you're still standing there. I swear I hear you on the stairs, a rhythm memory still wears. But when I open up the door, there's nothing anymore. The hallway holds its breath for you, like it always used to do. It's the echo of your keys in the lock, turning moments I can't stop. A sound that lives inside my chest, refusing to forget. Every night it plays again, like you're coming home there. door still knows your careful way, the way you'd hesitate and stay, just half a second in between the seen and unseen. Now silence presses through the frame, but still I call your name, as if the turning of that steel could somehow make you real. Even absence has a sound when you're not around. It's the echo of your keys in the lock, like time refusing to unlock the part of you that left too soon under a fading moon. I stand here listening alone to a home that isn't home, held captive by what it forgot. The echo of your keys in the lock. If I wait long enough, will you step back through like you used to do? Or is the sound the only trace of your disappearing place? It's the echo of your keys in the lock, softly cutting through the shock of learning love can turn to air and still feel like you're there. So I keep standing by the door, listening like before to a love that time forgot. In the echo of your keys in the lock, and when the night turns deep and still, I hear you turning it once more still. It starts at night when everything's still, a sound that bends my will, a phantom tone across the room, like something trying to resume. I stare at numbers I don't call, as if they might return at all, but every ring is out of reach, a memory that learns to speak. I know there's no one on the line, still I answer every time. It's the faint ringing of a disconnected phone, calling me when I'm alone. No voice, no breath, just hollow tone, reminding me I'm on my own. It echoes where your silence used to be, like you're still trying to reach me, but love has turned into unknown. The faint ringing of a disconnected phone. I hold it like it still could work, as if the past won't hurt. But every pulse just fades to gray and drifts further away. The screen is dark, but I still see the shape of what used to be. A call that never got returned, a lesson never learned. Why does absence sound so loud, even when no one's around? It's the faint ringing of a disconnected phone, breaking through my fragile bones. A signal lost but never gone, like grief that carries on. I press it close against my ear, just to pretend you're here. But all I hear is undertone, the faint ringing of a disconnected phone. Maybe I'm the one who calls into empty waiting walls, hoping silence might reply before I learn goodbye. It's the faint ringing of a disconnected phone, softly haunting every tone. A love that couldn't find its way, still ringing every day. And though I know there's nothing there, I still keep answering it, because your absence makes it known. The faint ringing of a disconnected phone. And when the night forgets my name, it still keeps ringing just the same. The rain fell slow on broken stone. I built a house where no one goes. Windows cracked like tired eyes, watching ships that never arrive. Your name still drifts across the tide, like a ghost that won't decide if it should leave or stay with me in this cold infinity. And every wave pulls me deeper down into the silence I have found. I'm living on the island of one, where the stars burn out before the dawn. No voices call, no footsteps run, just shadows underneath the sun. I scream your name into the blue, but the ocean only answers truth. That love is gone, and I'm the one still stranded on the island alone. I light a fire against the dark, but ashes fall across my heart. The wind still carries distant songs from the place where you belong. I trace your memory in the sand, but time erases every hand. And every night the tide comes near to drown the last of what was here. The moon hangs low like a dying flame, and nothing here I'm living on the island of one, where the stars burn out before the dawn. No voices call, no footsteps run, just shadows underneath the sun. I scream your name into the blue, but the ocean only answers truth, that love is gone, and I'm the one still stranded on the island of one. If you hear me through the storm tonight, follow the fading lighthouse light, before the sea takes all I've known and leaves me completely alone. Now I'm fading with the setting sun, a lonely soul with nowhere left to run. The sky grows dark, the day is done, for the keeper of the island of one. And if love lives beyond the waves, maybe someday it will say my name. Until then I'll remain undone, lost forever on the island of one. The ocean sings, but no one comes. The apartment's dark except the kitchen, where a single bulb still glows, casting tired yellow halos on the life we used to know. Your coffee mug sits by the sink still, like you're coming back at dawn. But dust has settled on the handle since the night you've been gone. Outside the rain keeps falling softly against the window pane, like the sky itself is mourning everything we couldn't say. And I keep wandering through these rooms like a ghost without a name, searching for some trace of warmth inside the wreckage that remains. You were the last light left on in the darkest parts of me, the final little spark of hope before the whole thing dimmed completely. And now the shadows fill the hallways where your laughter used to live, while I sit beside the silence with nothing left to give. You were the last light left on, but now I don't know how to see. The television hums in static to an audience of one. I leave it on to imitate the feeling of someone. Your jacket still hangs near the doorway, bend softly at the sleeve. Funny how abandoned objects morning and leave the coldness here. Every night feels like a power outage inside my chest and bones, like losing you switched off the part that once felt like home. You were the last light left on in the darkest parts of me, the final little spark of hope before the whole thing dimmed completely. And now the shadows fill the hallways where your laughter used to live, while I sit beside the silence with nothing left to give. You were the last light left on. Now I don't know how to see. Maybe love is just electricity, beautiful and temporary, a fragile current moving through us till the wires finally break. And maybe people spend their whole lives searching through the dark for someone whose small existence makes the night less hard. Still you're the last light left on, somewhere deep inside my mind, a fading glow I keep protecting, though I know it's dying slowly with time. And even when the morning comes, your absence stains the dawn, like every room still waiting for the last light left on. The bulb flickers once, then the darkness settles in. There's a suitcase in the hallway, half packed since early June, like some part of me still thought I'd be leaving here with you. The curtains barely move tonight, the air hangs still and cold, and every object in this room looks older than before. I found our plans inside a drawer, movie tickets, coffee stains. Funny how entire futures can fit inside a little frame. And somewhere between hope and heartbreak, something quietly gave way. Not with fire or screaming, just slowly fading gray. Like the muted thud of a falling dream, no one hears it but me. One more fragile thing collapsing in the dark behind the scenes. And I smile when people ask me if I'm doing okay lately, 'cause some kinds of devastation happen far too quietly, like the muted thud of a falling dream breaking underneath me. The elevator groans downstairs like an old familiar ache, and the city keeps on breathing while my whole world hesitates. Your voice still lives in voicemail static, soft and distant through the phone. Proof that someone once existed who made this place feel less alone. I tried sleeping through the sadness, but dreams just bring you back. Now even rest feels haunted by everything we lacked, and every morning feels heavier than the night before it did. Like grief keeps adding weight to all the things I never fixed. Like the muted thought of a falling dream, no one hears it but me. One more fragile thing collapsing in the dark behind the scenes. And I smile when people ask me if I'm doing okay lately, 'cause some kinds of devastation happen far too quietly. Like the muted thought of a fallen dream breaking underneath me. Maybe heartbreak isn't violent, maybe it's unbearably small. A tiny shift inside your chest right before everything falls. Maybe endings don't arrive with thunder or goodbye. Maybe they whisper through your life until you barely recognize. Like the muted thought of a fallen dream, I felt our future hit the floor. And every hope we built together doesn't live here anymore. Still I gather broken pieces like they might fit differently, but something shattered too completely to become what they could be. Like the muted thought of a falling dream. I heard myself losing me, and the silence afterward was somehow even louder. The room is cold but not quite gone, like something here is still holding on. The air remembers how we'd stay even after you walked away. I touch the couch where you once slept and find the warmth you somehow left. A fading pulse beneath the dust that time forgot to turn to rust. It shouldn't still feel like this. A ghost in every surface. It's the residual heat of a memory, burning softly under me. Like love that never learned to leave, still alive in what I believe. I close my eyes, you're still around. The blanket holds your outline faint, a picture time begins to paint. But every color fades to gray as hours steal you away. I move through rooms like borrowed space, still searching for your trace. Even absence feels so near when you're not here. Why does nothing ever cool when my heart still thinks of you? It's the residual heat of a memory, lingering stubbornly in every corner I can't erase. Every shadow of your face, I try to breathe, I still see what you left inside of me. A love that won't let go of me. The residual heat of a memory. If time is meant to wash things clean, why do you still feel between every moment I move on and everything that's gone? Maybe some love never dies, it just survives in disguise. It's the residual heat of a memory, softly burning endlessly. Not a flame, but something deep that refuses to let me sleep. I know I should let you fade, but you warm it in the shade of everything I used to be. The residual heat of a memory. And even when I finally go, some part of you will still glow. Evening falls in quiet tones, dust and silence fill the home. Light slips through the broken blinds, drawing memories and fragile eyes. Your footsteps used to cross this room, now shadows move without you. I sit where laughter once began, holding air within my hands. Time stands still beneath my feet, this heart, tracing shadows on the floorboards. The clock forgets to make a sound as loneliness keeps circling round. Your echo lingers in the grain of wood that learned our joy and pain. I follow patterns left by light, searching you in fading sight, but every step just leads me back to moments time cannot unpack. I reach for what I cannot hold, a warmth already growing cold. I'm tracing shadows on the floor, trying to hear your voice once more. Every memory softly knocking at a long closed door. The day dissolves in quiet gray, taking pieces of you away. Still my restless heart implores, tracing shadows on the floorboards. Maybe love survives like this in empty rooms we always miss. Not alive yet never gone, living quietly alone. I'm tracing shadows on the floorboards until the night consumes the light, learning how to live with echoes that return each night. Though healing waits beyond these doors, my heart still kneels upon these floors, where every silent dream restores the shadows I am searching for. And when the darkness settles deep, your shadows rock my heart to sleep. Headphones hum like heartbeats in the darkness of my room, while the city screams outside me beneath fluorescent moons. I keep the volume high enough to drown the memory of you, 'cause silence always finds a way to make the hurting louder too. There's laundry on the floor untouched and unopened mail by the door. Funny how depression turns small things into wars, and every song becomes a shelter from the things I can't explain. Like if I blur the world enough, I won't have to feel the pain. I'm tuning out the rest of the world, turning keep tuning out the rest of the world before it breaks me again. The TV flickers quietly, but I don't hear a thing. I've gotten good at vanishing without physically leaving. Your last message stays unopened, like a wound I never clean. Some goodbyes don't happen loudly, they just slowly stop breathing. I watch the rain collect itself against the window pane, thinking maybe hearts and storms collapse the very same. And all these melodies hold me better than my own thoughts do, 'cause music never judges the way people always do. I'm tuning out the rest of the world, turning static into home, trying to disappear inside these sad songs and headphones. 'Cause every voice outside this room feels too sharp against my skin, and every crowded street reminds me how alone I've always been. So I keep tuning out the rest of the world before it breaks me again. Maybe loneliness is hearing everything too deeply, every word becoming glass inside your chest completely. Maybe I was never built for all this noise and ache, so I hide inside these echoes till my heart stops. She again. I'm tuning out the rest of the world while midnight swallows up the hall, and every song becomes another hand trying to catch my fall. But somewhere underneath the static, a quieter hope still survives, like maybe someday I'll return to the life outside. Till then I'm tuning out the rest of the world, just to make it through the night. The music fades, but the ringing stays. The window cries in silver lines as night dissolves in blurred designs. I swear I still can see your face in every drop that leaves its trace. You used to love the storm outside, how it made the world collide. Now I stand where you once stood, misunderstood. Every raindrop feels like you falling through me, breaking through. I'm watching the rain through your eyes, seeing the world we said goodbye. Every drop becomes your stare, like you're still standing there. The sky repeats what we became. I'm watching the rain through your eyes. The streets are rivers made of gray, carrying your ghost away. But reflections bend and break with every step I can't escape. I talk to glass, it answers slow, in shapes of you I used to know. The thunder writes your name again across the wind. Even storms remember you in everything I'm going through. I'm watching the rain through your eyes, drowning in forgotten skies. Every ripple pulls me near to what I lost right here. The weather holds your memory in endless quiet symmetry, and every tear I can't disguise feels like I'm seeing through your eyes. If rain can carry what we were, why does it always blur? Maybe grief is just the sea returning you to me. I'm watching the rain through your eyes, where goodbye never really dies. Every storm becomes a song of where we both belong, and though the sky keeps moving on, your reflection lingers strong until the sorrow slowly dries. I'm watching living through your eyes. And when the storm finally fades away, I'll still see you in yesterday. Late night hum through empty air, I turned the dial like you were there. Freckled tears I used to know now break and bend in afterglow. The speakers crack, the signal fades like memories. Time decays, your voice once clear, now barely near, just noise I still can hear. Between each song I hear your name, lost inside the static ray. You are the static on my radio, drowning every song I know. Broken signal I can't tune away, still haunting every lonely day. I try to change the channel but you stay. Stop calling me. The midnight station used to play, the words you never got to say. Now all I hear is shattered sound, spinning the silence all around. I hold the radio close to me, like it remembers how we'd be, but every note just slips and falls through unseen walls. I search the air for something real, but static is the only feel. Oh, the static on my radio, fading but you never go. A ghost in every broken tone that tells me I'm still alone. The world outside keeps moving on, but your distortion lingers strong. Love becomes a signal lost at any cost. If I turn it off, will you disappear? Or are you louder when I fear? Maybe silence is your home, and I was never truly alone. You are the static on my radio, softly whispering, don't let go. Even when the night grows still, you bend my broken will. I know I should let silence be, but silence doesn't comfort me, so I keep listening endlessly to the static inside me. And in the quiet after sound, your static is the only thing I've found. The night forgot to close its eyes. Your shadow lingers in the light. Footsteps echo down the hall, but no one's here to hear me call. Your sweater hangs behind the door, still smells like forevermore. I whisper words you'll never hear, yet somehow you are always near. Silence hums your favorite song. Every second feels too long. Your ghost doesn't sleep tonight, walking circles through my mind, haunted every fragile dream, living where you used to be. I turn off all the lights again, but darkness lets you wander in. I'm awake while memories weep. Your ghost doesn't sleep. Raindrops trace the window pane like tears repeating your name. The clock keeps moving without care, while I'm still frozen standing there. I try to let the morning heal, but absence is too loud to feel. The bed is cold on your side still. Loneliness bends to your will. Every breath repeats goodbye. Every dawn asks me why. Your ghost doesn't sleep tonight, walking learns pretend. Your ghost doesn't sleep tonight, breathing softly in moonlight. Every heartbeat calls your name, nothing ever feels the same. Morning comes but brings no peace, memories refuse release. I lie here counting shattered dreams. Your ghost still walks with me. And when the world falls fast asleep, your ghost doesn't sleep. The night forgot to close its eyes. Your shadow lingers in the light. Footsteps echo down the hall, but no one's here to hear me call. Your sweater hangs behind the door, still smells like forevermore. I whisper words you'll never hear, yet somehow you are always near. Silence hums your favorite song, every second feels too long. Your ghost doesn't sleep tonight, walking circles through my mind, haunting every fragile dream, living where you used to be. I turn off all the lights again, but darkness lets you wander in. I'm awake while memories weave. Your ghost doesn't sleep. Raindrops trace the window pane like tears repeating your name. The clock keeps moving without care while I'm still frozen standing there. I try to let the morning heal, but absence is too loud to feel. The bed is cold on your side still, loneliness bends to your will. Every breath repeats goodbye, every dawn asks me why. Your ghost doesn't sleep tonight, walking circles through my mind, haunting every fragile dream, living where you used to be. I turn off all the lights again, but darkness lets you wander in. I'm awake while memories weave. Your ghost doesn't sleep. If I could close the past somehow, would you finally rest now? Or am I the one holding on, keeping you where you belong? Maybe love outlives the end, maybe lost just learns pretend. Your ghost doesn't sleep tonight, breathing softly in the moonlight. Every heartbeat calls your name, nothing ever feels the same. Morning comes but brings no peace, memories refuse release. I lie counting shattered dreams. Your ghost still walks with me. And when the world falls fast asleep, your ghost doesn't sleep.